Hey guys, this is Priyanka Manikantan and I'm back with a new video. So today we are going to see an interesting topic which is going to be Silapadhigaram, the tale of an anklet. Let's get started. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned is a popular proverb based on 17th century English play The Morning Bride. The righteous anger of a woman has been an enduring motif in literature across time and space. The ancient Indian epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, have been both produced iconic images of the same in the characters of Sita and Draupadi. Peninsular India has also contributed one of the most archetypal characters to this trope, Kannagi, the protagonist of the ancient Tamil epic The Silapadhigaram. The Silapadhigaram is one of the most outstanding works of Tamil literature and a text of deep cultural value. The Silapadhigaram consists of 5,370 lines composed in Akaval meter. Tradition ascribes the authorship of the text to Ilango Adigal, who is believed to be a Jaina by faith and the younger brother of Chera king Senguttavan. This fact is however disputed by certain scholars. The story of Silapadhigaram begins in the city of Puhar in the Chola kingdom with a wedding of Kannagi and Kovalan, children of prominent merchants. After a brief period of conjugal bliss, Kovalan, however, abandons Kannagi for a celebrated courtesan named Madhavi. Engrossed in a life of sensual and cultural pursuits, Kovalan forgets all about his wife. However, one day, on the occasion of the festival of Lord Indra, Madhavi sings a song about a woman betrayed in love. This prompts Kovalan to suspect Madhavi's fidelity. With a wounded sense of pride, he leaves her and returns to Kannagi, who accepts him back without any reapproach. Thereafter, the reconciled couple decide to start their life anew in the city of Madurai in the Pandya territory. However, since Kovalan had squandered all his wealth on Madhavi, they decide to sell Kannagi's anklet, her only remaining piece of jewelry, to accumulate the capital necessary for starting a business. They undertake a laborious journey on the foot to finally reach their destination. The next day, Kovalan sets out for the city to sell one of the anklets to a goldsmith. His departure is marked by the appearance of several ill omens. The goldsmith, who is a dishonest man, however, has his own insidious designs. He reports to the Pandyan king, Nedunchelian, that Kovalan has stolen the queen's anklet. The real thief is, of course, the goldsmith himself. The king, who is at that time eager to placate his queen after a quarrel, orders the immediate capture and execution of Kovalan without a trial. His orders are carried out. When Kannagi comes to know of the terrible fate of her husband, she rushes to the city and finds him lying dead in a pool of blood. Mad with rage, she storms into the palace and apprehends the king. She furiously throws the remaining anklet on the floor, causing it to break, revealing the gems encrusted within. The king instantly realizes his error, as the queen's anklet contained pearls. In the utter shame and despair, the king kills himself and is followed by his wife. Kannagi, still very angry, plucks out her left breast and throws it at the city, causing it to burst into flames. As the fire begins to wreak havoc in the city, its guardian deity appears before Kannagi and attempts to pacify her. She tells Kannagi that Kovalan, in his past life as Bharata, had falsely executed a merchant on suspicion of being a spy, and his death now has only fallen out of his own karma. She also lets Kannagi know that in 14 days she too will join her husband. Kannagi, overcome by grief, wanders into Murugavel Kundram hills of the Chera territory. There the Kuravas or hill people witness her eventual death and ascent to heaven. In awe, they inform their king Sengutuvan about his strange happening. The queen is so moved by the tragic tale that she desires the temple to be built in honor of Kannagi. The king then vows to bring a stone from the Himalayas to carve out an idol of the goddess. The king keeps his promise and establishes the cult of Pattini. That is your Pattini. The epic Silapadhigaram is an invaluable source of understanding the geopolitical, social, and cultural conditions of peninsular India during ancient times. The geographical context of the epic coincides with the historical region of Tamilagam, which comprises modern day Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Lakshadweep, and parts of Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. The epic is divided into three kandams or books, that is Puhara Kandam, Madurai Kandam, and Vanji Kandam, which correspond with the political divisions of the Chola, Pandya, and the Chera kingdoms of early India. The text also mentions important rivers such as Anpurunai, that is Amravati, Periyaru, that is Ponni, the Vaigai, and the Kaveri. The songs mentioned in the text also gives us a picture of the geographic and cultural features of the religion, such as the love of songs of the seaside, dance of herdswomen and the hill dwellers, songs and dances of the hunters, etc. The text also beautifully describes bustling cities, urban life, trade and commerce of the times. The socio-religious world illustrated by Silapadhigaram seems to be a mosaic where various spiritual ideologies and religious traditions coexisted. Jainism, Brahmanical religion, and Buddhism. As discussed earlier, the story of Silapadhigaram perhaps existed as an oral tradition before it was rendered into a text. The creation of textual form is an important point in the life of an epic as it comes to a point of reference for future retellings. However, oral traditions do not disappear after text came into being. The Mudhavans, who are hill tribe of Tamil Nadu, believe that their ancestors were spared from the wrath of Kannagi because they had advised Pandyan king to not harm Kovalan. Similarly, there are versions of folk tales that believe that Kannagi was in fact daughter of Pandyan king who was abandoned as a child. The variations are many, however, the core story does not differ radically from the classical version. The story of Silapadhigaram hinges on Kannagi's metamorphosis from a homely and submissive wife into a goddess. The Anklet plays a central role in the story as it imbued with symbolism at multiple levels. In fact, the title of the epic itself is a combination of two words, Silambu and Adhikaram, literally means a tale of Silambu or anklet. Unlike most epics of the Sanskrit and Greek world, the protagonist of Silapadhigaram is a woman. Kannagi operates in patriarchal world in which the idols of chastity and the honor are held in high esteem. However, it is when the supposed upholders of the social and moral order at the various levels fail to perform their duties that the character of Kannagi rises to her full stature. Kovalan, who is supposed to be Kannagi's protector and provider, abandons her and squanders all his wealth to the extent that he has to deprive her of her remaining piece of jewelry to make ends meet. It is through this very ornament, the symbol of Kannagi's marriage and femininity, that the defying turn of the narrative is achieved. The king, who is supposed to be upholder of justice and the protector to realm, too fails to deliver justice. It is only after Kannagi breaks the anklet that the truth is brought to light. The breaking of anklet symbolizes the impending calamity that the king has brought upon his realm by acting in an unjust manner. He also symbolizes the first step of transition of Kannagi from a complacent and passive housewife to an upholder of justice. The process culminates in the act of violence and the Kannagi commits on her own body, the plucking of breast and throwing it at the city, causing it to burn. The act symbolizes the total abandonment of femininity and sexuality and the signal chaos and the breakdown of order of universe. However, it is again through this very act of transcendence that the order is restored and justice is dispensed. The image of Kannagi plucking out her breast is one of the most startling and unique images of the world of epics. It is the subversion of her ideal feminine nature which makes her distinctive. The act of transcendence establishes her as one out of the ordinary and brings out her latent divinity. There are several temples dedicated to goddess Kannagi in a present-day Tamil Nadu. She is worshipped as an incarnation of goddess Bhadrakali in Kerala, as Patini in Sri Lanka, Sinhalese Buddhists, and as Kannagi Amman by the Tamil Hindus of Sri Lanka. Silapadhigaram is considered to be the epitome of literary genius and civilizational ethics and ideals of Tamils. It deals with the humanitarian concerns that are universal, the purpose of life, the possibility of life beyond death, morality, and justice. However, the epic has been retold time and again over the ages. In modern age, it has been made into films such as Kannagi 1942 and Pumbuhar in 1964 and television series such as Upasana 1996 Doordarshan. It has also been appropriated by various socio-political movements over time. Every retelling reflects the concerns and ideals of the society that reiterates it. Thus, an epic is both static and dynamic in nature. It reflects the essence of every civilization, a cherishing of a tradition and the old age values, and a simultaneous desire to move forward. In the manner in which lofty hills are reflected in a mirror, Silapadhigaram expresses the essence of cool Tamil country, where dwell men and gods devoted duty and to the common practice of dharma, artha, and karma. Thanks for watching, guys.